Welcome, I'm Rose Oatley, and today I'm going to show you how to make a cheer bow with text and graphics. For your supplies, you're going to need some grosgrain ribbon, 30 inches long by 3 inches wide. You'll also need a small ribbon for the center. This is 3/8 of an inch wide by 3 inches long. You'll need a hair tie, and then you'll also need some zip ties. These are pretty small ones. You can find them at the craft store or online. They come in a bag like this. These double-sided circle adhesives are from the Cheer Bow Supply Company, but if you don't have any, you can also use double-sided tape. You're also going to need your text or graphics that you're going to be adding to your ribbon. Now, if you have a silhouette or a Cricut cutter at home, you can go ahead and make your own by using HTV, which is heat transfer vinyl. Today I'm going to be doing that, and I've got 3 different colors. You can use one color only or as many colors as you like. Alright, you're going to need a glue gun, some scissors, a lighter, an iron, or a heat press. I also recommend this cheer bow template you can get from the Cheer Bow Supply Company. Now, I am not being sponsored, although if they want to sponsor me, I'm always open to it. To get started, we're going to fold our ribbon in half. Then with your heat press or iron, you want to iron a crease right in the center. It will leave a nice crease for us, which will serve as a center guide. I'm going to quickly iron the rest of my ribbon just to smooth it out. For my bow today, we're going to make one similar to this one, except this bow only had one strip of glitter going on one side. Today, I'm going to be doing both sides with glitter. I'm also going to add a little bit of text and then my football stitches on the side. If you don't have a cutter at home, you can order your own pre-cut glitter strips in the size you need. Just look up the Cheer Bow Supply Company online or any Cheer Bow Supply Company. Okay, I've got both strips of glitter already cut out, and I also cut this JM. If you would like a separate tutorial on how to make these with your silhouette cutter, please let me know in the comments below. If you don't have a cutter and you're just a little curious on how the process works, here's just a small sneak peek at how this goes. You remove your vinyl. Now the cut part is going to stay underneath, and that is what you're going to iron on your ribbon. These cutters are really nice to have. You can do so many different projects with them. I highly recommend them. Although my ribbon is 30 inches long, I like to cut my strips into 14-inch strips. This leaves me 1 inch from the crease and allows for a easier fold. All right, we're going to start with one side, and I like to start by lining up my ribbon from the bottom up. If you're going to use an iron, you want to turn it to the highest setting and also turn the steam off. Now, you can also use a heat press, which I will be doing in my case, but I will also be showing you how to do it with your iron. Since vinyl has a plastic layer on top, you do not want to iron directly on top. You want to use one of these Teflon heat press sheets, or you can use a pillowcase. Once you're set your vinyl down, make sure to hold it so it doesn't move. And then with the iron, you want to place it on top and press down. The more pressure, the better. You want to hold it for about 15 seconds, and then you want to go down until you get to the end of the strip, pressing firmly each time. Now, do not move your iron back and forth like you're ironing, because that will only move the vinyl underneath. These vinyl rolls sometimes tend to fold, so if you have trouble keeping it in place, you can go ahead and start at one end and just iron the very end first, and then just work your way on up. Today I'm going to be using my heat press, and I already have a heat protectant sheet on top. Now I'm going to start with one end, and I'm going to go ahead and press for only 3 seconds just so that I can get a good seal on here. Now I'm going to go ahead and straighten it and press the rest for 15 seconds. I've got my heat press set at 320. Now you remove the plastic shield on top, and that goes in the trash. Now we want to do the same thing with the other side. I'm using red vinyl for this side. Now that both sides are done, we're going to go ahead and flip it, and we're going to be using this crease right here. You want to line that up with a 0 on your mat. Follow the template by folding one side over and then the other side, making it look like an awareness symbol. One of the reasons why this mat comes in really handy is because they have a space here for you to show you where to place your text so that everything can be aligned perfectly. I'm going to flip my ribbon real quick, but only because I wanted my blue to go on the other side, but you can do it either way you want. Now that I have my awareness symbol, I'm going to go ahead and start adding my text, and I'm just going to move this over just a little bit so I can see that little box. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and center this right in that spot. Now I'm going to put my football stitches, and if you notice, this side also has a little box. I want to put my cheer text on the bottom, but I can't go low because I'm going to be cutting the ends later. So I'm going to go about midway, right about here. Once you figure out where you want your artwork and text to go, you're going to start by pressing or ironing one side first. I'm here at my press and I'm doing the JM and cheer. I'm going to remove my plastic shield piece and then I'm going to move on to doing the other side. Now that our text and graphics are on, we want to come back and make the awareness symbol again. This is when you want to grab your double-sided adhesives. Now again, if you don't have these, you can use double-sided tape. I like to cut these little circles in half. They just last longer and I really don't need the whole circle. Half will do. If you don't have any of these, you can also try alligator clips to hold everything in place. Remove the backing. I'm going to place it right underneath here in the center, and this just basically helps so that your ribbon doesn't move all over the place. It just helps everything stay still. Let's remove the backing from here and then place our ribbon back down. Flip your ribbon around. Now this line here where we have our crease, we want to bring this down and we're going to be lining it up with a little point right there. We're going to put another adhesive underneath here so it'll stay in place. Put it right in the center and then remove your backing and let's bring this thing back down. Flip it back around. Moving on to the hard part, so make sure you take your zip tie and your hair tie and put it next to you. Grab your ribbon. We're going to start from the bottom and we're going to be making some accordion folds, kind of like a paper fan. And first we're going to fold the bottom going down, and then you're just going to go up and down and up and down and keep making the folds until you get to the top, and the top should always go to the bottom. At this point, grab your zip tie. We're going to wrap the zip tie around the center. Then once you get to the back, you want to grab your hair tie and we're going to feed the hair tie in through the zip tie. Okay, so we're going to be feeding the zip tie right through, and then you're going to stick it inside the little hole and we're going to tighten it loosely. Now do not tighten it all the way, because if we have to make adjustments, this is when we can do it. So just tie it very loosely. You don't have to put the hair tie underneath the zip tie. If you prefer, you can also glue the hair tie on top of the zip tie. It's all about personal preference. And honestly, guys, whatever works for you, that's what you want to do. I normally like to glue on top, but this time I went ahead and did it this way. Take a look at your bow, make sure everything is where you want it. If one side happens to be longer than the other, just pull the ribbon from the bottom down. Now this is a time to make your adjustments before we tighten it up. Now if you feel you completely messed up the fold, just cut the zip tie and start again with a new zip tie. Once everything is where you want it, go ahead and pull on the zip tie to tighten it completely. Then just cut any excess off. Now we're going to cut the ends, making them look nicer and giving them more of a finished look. You want to take your end and fold it in half with the shiny part in, and you want to cut diagonally. See how much nicer this looks? I'm going to do the same to this other side. You want to fold again, shiny part in, and cut a diagonal line. To stop your ends from fraying, you want to lightly burn the ends off with a lighter. And if you're a kid, be sure you have an adult help you do this. Next, we're going to wrap our small accent ribbon around the center. Start from the back by adding a dot of glue with your glue gun, and then we want to press our ribbon in the back. We'll wrap it around, and then we'll add another dot of glue to finish it off. Give it a pull just to make sure it's tight and then glue it down. Cut off any excess. If you have ribbon with the rhinestones, those always look really pretty in the center too. I actually have a strip of rhinestones, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. I'll put a dot of glue just like I did with my other ribbon, wrap it around, and then finish it off. I want to leave you with a couple of quick tips. If you have a bow that does not have vinyl and you're trying to stiffen it, this is what I like to use. Stiffen quick. Now, I have heard some people like to use hairspray as well. You're welcome to try that. Also, again, you can use these little alligator clips to help keep everything in place when making your bow. Another tip, use some tissue paper inside the loops of your bow to store them and keep the nice form. Here's the finished bow. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave those below in the comments section. And don't forget to share with your friends. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so below or hit my little picture on the side. Also, don't forget to hit the little bell to get notified of all of my new videos. And please be sure to check out these links on the side. Share with your friends. Thanks for watching and your support.